Yes, is a conclave is how Papa is selected. As the Catholic cardinals enter the conclave at the Vatican, Nilome to elect a new Papa following the recent death of Papa Francis. Here is how the process is conducted. Every summon pontificium one elected as the Supreme Pontiff. The ballot for each of the 133 cardinals electors will have this word as they choose the 267 Roman Catholic reader. The ballot is rectangular with half of it having a Latin phrase with the bottom half left blank for the cardinals to write the name of the candidate they will be voting for. Its design allows for folding in half, described as Universe Dominicae Glex by the Apostolic Constitution. The cardinals receive at least 2 or 3 ballots, which are distributed by the ceremonial officer. Then the senior cardinal deacon draws lots to appoint 3 infirmary who collected the ballots from the cardinals, 3 scrutineers to count the votes, and 3 revisers who verify the counting. In the prescruting stage, if those selected for the above lords are unable to conduct them, new names are drawn in their place. The voting begins when all the non-voters leave the Sistine Chapel. The senior cardinal deacon then closes the doors, opening and closing them on as needed, such as when the infirmary go to collect the votes of all cardinals and return. During the voting, each cardinal, in order of precedence, writes their candidate's name on the ballot for it holds it a lot for visibility, and then carries it to the altar where a choice is placed with a plate covering it. The elector says aloud in interruption testimony Christian Sanori is mai ghiaccia il mio voto è dato coici secondo Dio ritengo di buona soia rito translates I call as my witness Christ the Lord, who will be my judge, that my vote is given to the one whom I believe should be elected according to God. After the loud pronunciations, the cardinals then press the ballot on the plate and uses it to drop the vote into the choice box to the altar and return to their seat. Electors present but unable to walk to the altar due to illness give daily folded ballot the one of the scrutineers who brings it to the altar and deposits it in the same manner without sitting the oath again. If any cardinals are too ill to be in the chapel, the 3 infirmary visit them with a tray of ballots and sell the box previously shown to be emptied, then locked with the key pressed on the artery. The top of the box has the authority where the folded ballot can be inserted. Once the votes are cast, the infirmary bring the box back to the chapel where it's opened in front of the electors. After all votes have been cast, the first scrutineer shakes the chassis to mix the ballots. The last scrutineer they count them one by one. transferring of them into a second empty container. If the number of ballots doesn't match the number voted or ballot are banned and a new vote is held immediately. If the country's corrected ballots are opened and read. The three scrutineers sit at a table before the altar. The first reads the name written on a ballot and passes it to the second, who confirms the name and hands it to the third, who reads it aloud for everyone to hear and records the vote. If two ballots appear to be written by the same person and bear the same name, they count as one vote. If they show different names, both are invalid true for the overall vote remains valid. Once all ballots have been read and the vote tallied, the final scrutineers presses each ballot with any draw true for the word illegal and trade them together with string. The ends of the string are tied in a knot and the ballots are stored for safekeeping. Once the paper is erected, he is ready to the loom of the tuiles, which is next to the Sistine Chapel, where for the first time he dons in the papa's vestments. To elect a new paper, two-thirds majority is required for the upcoming conclave on Wednesday, 7 May. That means at least 89 votes are needed out of 130 electors. Regardless of whether a paper is elected, the revisers carefully verify the count and check the notice made by the scrutineers to ensure everything was carried out correctly. After this, before the electors leave the Sistine Chapel or the ballots are burned in a course silence first used in the 1939 conclave. The scrutineers handle this with help from the college secretary and the ceremony officers who are summoned by the senior deacon. The votes are counted and added to those already in the main church. A second stove installed in 2005 is connected to a chimney visible from St. Peter's Square. This is where the chemicals are added to color the smoke black if no paper has been elected with, if one has. If two votes are held in succession, the ballots from both are burned together at the end of the second round. Voting occurs 4 times daily, twice in the morning, twice in the afternoon. If after 3 days no candidate has been chosen, voting is paused for 1 day of prayer, informed discussions, and a brief spiritual exhortation by senior cardinal deacon. Voting then resumes after every 7 additional rounds, with vote success another pause and exhortation follow, first by the senior cardinal priest and later, if necessary, by the senior cardinal bishop. If still no paper is elected after 21 votes, a final pause for prayer, dialogue, and reflection is observed. At this point, voting choose between the two candidates who received the most votes in the previous round. Even then, two-thirds majority is still required, and the two candidates in question are not allowed to vote.